Our Terra player starts at the bottom left of Daybreak. He's 1-1 in the group so far. Can he take his second win today? Gonna find out right now. This is, of course,
GSL Center.
As mentioned before, I always feel like he was the shadow of Polt. Now representing his team that is disbanded still today.
top right is opponent. Starting in blue for Team MVP, we have
MVP Finale.
Great builds out of this guy, a very smart, intelligent Protoss. I like that facial expression.
The thing that always surprises me a little bit about Senna is that he's pretty young and he's one of the few really outgoing Koreans that we have here. I had very few Koreans that, especially the younger ones, come up to me and like greet me in the Korean culture. It's always a little bit... If someone is older than you, then you have to be like very respectful, and you usually don't approach them right away. So that's one of the things that Center really does, and it's nice. It's really refreshing for a change.
Center, very...
it's a very friendly guy.
Very friendly and outgoing. I would say the same with Finale as well, actually. He's talked to me several times. Just in general, he's got a good attitude about StarCraft and about life. Just both of these players are basically full of positive energy. And when you see them in and outside the booth, you just can feel that vibe that they give off. You can see what they're thinking almost when they wear it on their face. What build is Finale going to show us? He's the master of build orders. He's actually the builder of salesman. People take his and Tails builds all the time.
Build order salesman like that.
He's got his trench coat, man. He's gonna pull out a 2-gate prox and give it to you, and he's like
pulling a stand.
He's like, listen, I know this is actually something you don't really want to do, but I don't judge.
Finally, you didn't get a reference.
Oh, sorry, wait, what did you say? I missed it.
He's trying to pull a stand. Wolf is thinking.
I'm like, I know the Eminem song, but I.
What? Eminem? No, Monkey Island, man.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I don't.
When we talk about salesman, there is he's the father of salesman.
Oh, okay.
It's Stan.
I was like, well, I mean, I know Eminem says he does a lot of things he didn't want to do in his music, but I was like, maybe that's where you're going with this.
No.
You know, the
people that play Monkey Island know exactly what I'm talking about right now, and are probably sitting there and be like, oh yeah, I remember that guy.
My favorite salesman in all gaming actually is the Resident Evil 4 guy. And that's actually what I was thinking of in my head when I said salesman. He's just, what are you buying? He's all pulling his trench coat out. He's got like a rocket launcher in there. I'm like, how do you have a rocket launcher in there, man? You can upgrade my guns. Why are you all over the map?
Yeah, but he has nothing on Stan, because the thing is, you come up to him and you want to buy something. If you talk to Stan, you never want to buy anything, but still you end up buying something.
It's tricky that way.
Well, right now, what we see is, of course, the expansion for Finale, focusing a little bit on the game now. We have Center at the bottom left with his own expansion, just finishing up the bunker at the front. That's something that we've seen in the up and downs. You need that bunker.
Yeah, you do. And Center is going for a slight pressure follow-up with the 3 barracks.
Flash got demolished by MC on Cloud Kingdom when he tried to skip on the bunker and got it very late in the game. So with a bunker you're always safe, but if you are without one, then a few Stalkers can completely take your early units apart. Senna's not taking any chances here. We have him with a Tech Lab now, going then into Stim, and Finale to the top right with his own 2 gateways, just finishing the Warp Gate research.
Yeah. And, I mean, as long as he sees the Marines coming, he should be okay against defending them. Center sends his Marines all the way to the left side and then sends them back. Looks like he was just checking for a pylon. Now he holds the watchtower, and here comes the first big direct move out where he's already denied his opponent's vision and will even get this probe. Nicely done. And Finale is holed up in his main base. He actually has no information whatsoever. He hasn't even seen... He has not crossed the border of where Center is on the map, so he's being safe against that possible Hellion play. I've seen a lot of Korean players do on this map. Oh, wow, this is so cool.
Oh, wow, 6 gates in total. Finale really going for it here.
And a really hidden location. It's going to be impossible for Center to scout this, except with his Marine pressure. Oh, this probe with the Stalker is a little bit weird, though.
Yeah, Finale needs more bunkers. At this point, he is about to complete those 2 reactors, and the problem for him, of course, is that while they are building, he can't produce any units. The second bunker is already going down. He's going for additional Marauders, and he's just waiting for the Stim. So Finale has a lot of firepower here. loses a Stalker in the middle of the map. Not a good start for this.
If he loses this probe, he's not going to be able to make this push happen. That's why he starts the pylon, even though it's really far away, because he needs at least that much. Oh, this is so... It actually looks scarier and scarier for Finale right now, because he is not hitting his timing the way he wants to. He wants to be warping those units in at Center's base right now.
I was about to say the same thing, but we don't have enough. There are the sentries. He sees them moving out. We have more and more Marauders being built. Marines too. Stim is about to be done.
Bunkers. And imagine if that pylon had been closer, things would be much different. These bunkers wouldn't be ready, but in this case...
They might be.
Finale has to make another forward pylon. This gives these bunkers a little more time. Stim is going to be done, and medevacs are going to be on the way. The first wave is the most important. After this wave, the medevacs will start to come out, and he will have to turn around.
Fields. He surrounds the first bunker already. Tries to take down the SCV, but another one is going to finish soon. Finale needs to hit this fast.
Army supply way in his favor, but the hit points on the bunkers are going to really try to push him down.
Bunker number 3 is done. Bunker number 4 is also completed. Now Center is set up with his defense, and also Stim is completed. He can use Stim.
He has a really good ratio of units. Finale, that is. This is exactly how many Zealots, Stalkers, and Sentries you want to make so the DPS can be evenly distributed, but the repair is good, the stim is good, and Finale almost breaks for the first 2. He does get 2 down.
But this does look better and better for Center here. He's still saving 2 bunkers.
And the medevacs are flying across now from the main base.
Finale doesn't have tech. He needs to do damage here, but so far he was not able to break through Center's defense. And Center is in a great spot now. He has the first medevacs. He's going for more units. He has such a great production right now. This is trouble for the Protoss player.
Yeah, the problem really for Finale is his tech. He makes an additional assimilator, but it's not for transition. It's because he wants more cast to continue this attack. He's doing what he can with his micro, but Center has now 4 medevacs on the map. This most forward pylon is going to get taken out in the next time Center wants to attack him.
Center is playing this so well now, and of course Finale knows that he is far behind in tech, that it's going to be really difficult for him if he doesn't do damage here. He's still trying to posture around, but now here comes the Terran player. He's about to move out. He knows that he has the army to actually do this. He needs to be careful that force fields don't cut him off, but still with a decent position here. He has the exactly same harvest account as Finale, and with the extra mules he has the better economy.
Finale moves into the bunkers now. Guardian Shield is up. He wants to end this game, and he still has a shot.
He still has a shot, but he's losing a lot of Zealots, and those SCVs are doing overtime at the bunkers. Nice catch with those medevacs, saving a few units.
On the Zealots, and he's actually microing this better than most people would.
Yeah, he is.
But the damage output for Center seems to be too much.
He's warping in more units, Wolf. Combat Shield is not done just yet, neither is +1 attack.
Finale starts a Twilight Council. He has continued probe production, so he maintains that 7 probe lead.
Another bunker being built for Center. He knows that Finale tries to break through.
Finale is really on the ropes right now. He is the one who actually has to move forward and make something happen. Center is kicking back and relaxing while his combat shield's finished. He even has a drop over here. He's going to take out so many probes.
There is nothing. He's even in cooldown on most of his gateways. A lot of damage done, and Finale is pressured so hard.
Yes, he is. Center is going to actually have to eventually move this factory. He may lose it.
The drop to the top right is still doing damage. He takes down Stalkers that Finale has to just warp in. And how many Harvesters did he actually kill? He took down 7. Finale killed in total 20 Harvesters. This is what kind of keeps him in this game. But these drops are just so difficult to deal with for Finale right now. And Center knows that he has the economy, and with Finale moving back, he has the economy, he has the tech, and he can move out, take down those pylons.
The one thing he does not have is pylons, or rather supply depots. He's at 94 out of 94. He still hasn't started one. I mentioned that way after he was supply blocked. Now he finally starts 2. He's adding a bunch of barracks, getting turrets, also armor, and the refinery. So that's why he really got supply blocked there. I suppose didn't realize it. Now he starts 3 depots, but this actually hurts his reinforcing power. And Finale with his supply lead and the additional harvests he was going to be able to produce will give him another chance here, but Center still has the much better tech. With all the healing power of these medevacs and the mobility it grants Center, it's going to be extremely difficult for Finale to actually hold from different locations of attack.
And different locations of attack is exactly what he's going for. He's trying to drop in the main base, and there's only 1 Stalker. Yes, there are Zealots, but if he drops in a good position, he can just go for it. And he tries, but he sees the rest of the Zealots moving in and then decides to just fall back for now.
That's a lot of Finale's army out of position, though. These gateways become unpowered.
Dark Shrine here for Finale.
Yeah, he wants to get that Dark Shrine out. That could give him a few opportunities. He's also taking a hidden base to the bottom right, but if Sinner spots this, if he sends just one Marine over there, that's going to be a risk that was totally shut down.
Finale taking a lot of risks because he has to. He knows he has to take these risks, and let's see if Center is going to run with his advantage. He's dropping again into the main base, this time in a position where there are no units doing damage to the economy. The Zealots immediately run over to the top right, trying to save what's there to save, but can he pull it off? Charge is done now.
He's getting a lot of damage done regardless. He only loses about 4 units in total. The Nexus is not spotted, but Finale can't get any probes over there because there are units to spot those. There's no path that Finale can take. Here comes the first warp in of DTs, and this is going to really annoy Center's third base. He has no defense there. He will have to cancel.
DTs are on the way, and so far he hasn't spotted them. He didn't do anything about them. Here come 3 additional barracks now that he's building. He sees the DT being warped, and now he knows what's up. And he sees
turret.
Yes, the turret in a good position, and this first Dark Templar is down. One is attacking the left side, the third base. The command center will be safe.
Yeah, if he had sent those DTs at first, the CC things would have been different, but this is really important that Center gets to save that. That's a lot of resources dumped in for Finale that he does not save, and here come the probes that Transfer was talking about. Center sees it, and he's going to be thinking, maybe he's long distance mine there, but I think I should probably take a double look at that bottom right base.
Yeah, he should figure that out fairly soon.
Turret timing here works out perfectly.
Yeah, it definitely does.
Doesn't even kill the SCV with that armor upgrade.
He has to scan though.
He will. He lets it go.
I think he did not really see it. Here comes the drop in the main base again. The Zealots are ready, but
Zealots are very happy with this drop.
Yeah.
That's like dropping food into the fish tank there. Yeah, that
Those
DT,
fish were hungry.
They were really hungry. That DT could come back into play at the top left, but Center, with his lead, continues to move forward here. The Storm for Finale is basically his trump card, and Center is moving towards the hidden base. It's not so hidden anymore.
He knows about it now, but still, Finale is playing this quite well. After he was so far behind in tech, he still has those DTs that can do damage at the third base. There's a Marine, 2 Marines and a Marauder. They will end those shenanigans. And now the Terran player is moving in, trying to make sure that this third base will never really come into play, that Finale cannot capitalize on it, and that's just too much DPS. Oh! He's not killing it!
He's got 4 units over there. That was so smart. I really like that. That's something we don't see enough of. But Finale has his counterattack chance, and his Storms miss. Well, he doesn't even execute them, he cancels them, but this is a situation where Finale has a counterattack opportunity. Will he get the feedback here?
2 Marines without any hit points at all take down the High Templar. And here comes the fight though, but do we have the Storms ready for Finale? Where are they? He needs to split.
Wow, he misses the first one. The split is good.
The second one is decent. The third one is so-so. But he is now pressuring his way in with another sim.
The Zealots are late to the party.
The Arcade will not see the light of day here. Already down. Finale is down 20 supply. 3 bases for Senna against 2 for Finale. Trying to get his third up again.
A lot of warp-ins going in for Finale to go for the third base. Upgrades for Finale very far ahead at this point, getting +2 armor. No 2-2 started at all for Center. It looks like he wants to... You know, it initially looked like he wanted to go for that SCV pull.
You know, Finale is playing this really well, considering what an awful spot he was. He killed a lot of SCVs, but his tech was just so horrible after this attack. He didn't really do as much damage with the 6K as he wanted. So he had to try to fall back into something. And Center, even though trying to run with his advantage, didn't really do as much damage with the drops as he originally planned, is now on 1-1. Just now adding the armory, it will take an eternity for him to start +2/+2. And Finale is still behind, but he's in a much better position than I thought he would be at this point.
I think... I'm just looking at the unit numbers we're seeing here, and Center needs to... Oh, his armory is the reason, and you know, he needs to take a good engagement. He needs to win one, because with Finale's 4th base coming up here, with Center having no 4th, late tech, late upgrades, if he doesn't take a strong fight very soon, Finale is going to become an unstoppable force. He's going to have that snowball effect of Protoss tech that is so difficult to deal with in the late game as a Terran. Center has that army advantage. He's 115 versus 78 right now. He needs to use it.
+2 attack has now finally been started. The armor upgrade, that's what we are still waiting for. Another base is being built for Finale. Santa needs to do something about it now. He needs to pressure here. 6 medivacs. He has the ghosts ready. Where are the EMPs? Can he get them in time? Will the storms and the feedbacks take those guys out? Here comes the pressure. Where are the EMPs? One on the high ground. The storm is good, but the snipe kills the High Templar. A second one drops his storm, and Senta is now in a choke point position. That's not where he wants to be.
Yeah, you can't engage this without good snipes. So far, they're decent.
They're really good. Here comes one Colossus. He doesn't have a single medivac.
The Zealots cannot engage like this, though. This is a catch-22 for both players. If you move too far forward, you're always going to have your opponent on the other side of the ramp with a better position.
Finale trying to fight his way back into this game.
Losing a lot of Zealots, so even though he has the better economy, he can't afford to throw units away like that because until Center starts mining out, he still has enough production to keep this going, and if he trades more efficiently than Finale, Finale's 4th base isn't even mining right now.
The Stalker with a Death Wish.
Yeah, that Stalker
and now
the wrong guy.
He can actually just go into the natural if he wants to.
He can, or he can get the Concave here and fight against Finale's army as it moves down. It's his choice.
He gets the Concave, he tries to, he's going in, and he's taking down the first few Zealots, but at the same time Finale decides to move back, claim the high ground again, and just wait for his opponent to approach him.
This is a situation, though, for Sinner where he is running out of time. He needs to make this work soon. He's not on his deathbed, but he does need to force an engagement. He can't sit around forever.
Catching up now in upgrades at least. There's the cloak burst, the cloaking is there, the snipes!
Observers, and he can EMP the Archons, he does. Now he's got the better Concave as well. Finale is in trouble.
Those Archons didn't do anything in the fight. They was just lingering around in the back. We have Finale with another Colossus completely out of position, not even participating in the fight anymore. He loses another one, and Santa is just smacking the army of Finale down. The position much better for him now.
Yeah, he doubles his opponent's supply briefly. Now with the Warpins of Finale, he closes the distance a little bit, but it's 3 base against 3 base with Center's better army. He will take out this Nexus, no problem. And, you know, teammate Hyun, GG. Teammate Hyun just walked in, man, and he starts things off with a good vision of what Center may be able to do going forward into the rest of this group.
Hyun definitely liked what he just saw. His teammate takes the win. Center with a victory here, the second one for him in the group. And this means that Finale now is on 1 win and 2 losses.
Yeah, Finale taking it. You know, you said it really well. Despite all of his adversity in that game, he was able to get Storm out, hide a base, get away with it for a while, get his upgrades up. But the advantage that Center had from the beginning was eventually too much for him. He couldn't get those good storms off. Those first storms that he had the opportunity to use, if they had been better, if he had kept his opponent's army supply down, then he would have been able to run away with his upgrades.
What we are seeing in this group, even if he might not be able to get out of the group, he might not be able to get the 3rd spot, but Senna is proving here that he's definitely the real deal. This guy has a lot of talent. He's one of the younger players that we have in the GSL. He made his first Code A season, took down Seed and took down Beyond. He's in the up and downs. This is a situation that even experienced players are very uncomfortable with because it's so much pressure. But he does it. Yeah. He plays so well today, even with a loss against NST. So I feel that I would be very sorry if he's not picked up soon by a team.
I think he will be.
I think so too.
It's very likely that's what we're going to see. Our next map, by the way, is going to be Fantasy versus Huck. And Huck, even though he lost his last game, is still very much in the running for this. Fantasy, on the other hand, if he wins this, he's going to have the massive lead.
Fantasy with a 3-0, that's what he wants to go for. He's up against the Foreign Hope, he's up against the Canadian Protoss player. Huck with a gateway attack in his second PvP that didn't really work out, didn't look too good there. Lost one of his Stalkers early on and also the Pylon, then he couldn't really run with his build, and from this point on, his opponent was just way too strong. Now he's up against the one player that won each and every single one of his games so far. And Fantasy presented himself today in a very good shape.
You know, I feel there are 3 big fan favorites in the group, and what's awesome about it is there's one player from each race. Fantasy's the Terran, Huck's the Protoss, and Nest's the Zerg. And since we have 2 fan favorites here, I think there's going to be a lot of conflicting emotions going through. Now consider if Huck wins, he ties his score with Fantasy at 2-1 and is ahead with him in the direct comparison. So this is a really important match for Huck to win. If he loses, he has a point deficit. So For Fantasy, if he loses here, yeah, it's an unfortunate situation to be in, and especially by comparison, but this is much more important for Huck, I feel.
These are players that he could be tied with later on, so a win here would be crucial. And Tiga Shipyard is the map. Guys, get ready. It's Terran versus Protoss. It is SK31 Fantasy up against EG Huck at the GSL up and down Screw E with Carl and Wolf.